What is up YouTube, it is Matty, and yes, this is a video of my thoughts on the upcoming update, the new and with all the sneak peeks that have been released. And yes, I'm not doing my phone, I haven't got Clash of Clans up. This is pure, I'm going to use this purely based on this website, Reddit, because a lot of the information's been put on here nice and neatly organised, and I can use this as my talking point. I'd also say, you know, if you want to actually find this yourself, if you just go to reddit.com/Clash of Clans, scroll down a bit and you'll find Dark Spell Factory, and that's the article. And it seems legit, so it seems like everything is correct. I can't 100% guarantee it, but you know, it all looks correct, shall we say. So hopefully this is going to give you some extra information you didn't know before, or you might have already seen it and got access to the link anyway. But this video's point is for me to express my opinions on it anyway, so you may still be interested. Before we go through the sort of all the stats here, let's look at the update text which has been posted here and go through it. So yeah, I mean, the first sneak peek that was released was about the Dragon level 5 that was set off, and actually if we load it up onto this page, Dragon level 5, a second air sweeper will help clear the sky starting at Channel 9, and train your army with a new training button just above attack, no more barracks hunting. So I'll start with the training, the new battle screen. I think that's great. I think it looks, from what I've seen, it looks a bit better, easier to flick between your spells, your barracks and that sort of thing. So all for that. Any graphical change that they want to make, you know, I've got no, you know, what's the word, allegiance to any of the to the existing system. If they want to make it a bit easier, great, happy days. Second sweeper was a bit of a wounder, I'm not going to lie. When we, oh, hold on. When we found out about the second air sweeper, there was a lot of hate. There was a lot of anger around the community, particularly in the war community, because it felt like Laloon was getting nerfed again, and it felt like it was just no consideration was given by Supercell to the war community for that, because, you know, Hogs and Laloon are the main two sort of attack strategies out there. And it just felt like another nerf to Laloon, you know, following the first air sweeper. Dragon level 5, you know, I'm not a drag user, and I don't know many people that do use drags unless they're going for, you know, 2-star attackers. So the fact you can get a level 5 is really not much to me. I mean, it means the troops in the CC will be slightly better. Level 5 dragons will, I see it better as a defense than an offense. Maybe some attacks will start to be used, particularly with the new spells which we're going to talk about. There might particularly be a use for haste with the dragon. But yeah, I mean, I'm sort of don't really have any strong feelings about the dragon, to be honest. I never really have. Now, sneak peek number 2, introducing Titan League and the was it Titan League and Legend League. And now, first thing I'm going to say, you know, some of you guys that watch my videos might remember me as a trophy pusher, and that's why you might have started watching my videos. A lot of you guys are going to know me for my war videos, but I was a trophy pusher. I still, you know, I've approached 4,000 trophies as a Channel 9. I can hit 4,000. It was just lack of time that I was playing on my, you know, actually putting the raids in, and I didn't, you know, hit a brick wall. I just stopped raiding. It's as simple as that. I can hit over 4k without much of an issue. So guess what? Yeah, I will be going for Titan League, and it is exciting actually. New emblems in clan chats, you know, new excitement, and I think that's awesome. So I am really happy that is a thing. Now, the league of the sort of Legend League tournaments, the fact that it resets to 5k every time, I think that's awesome as well. I think it caps sort of the max trophies that people can go to. I think also because of the new leagues, it's going to be easy to find raids, put 4,000 trophies and that sort of thing, because more people will be going for it. So I think it's just going to make the game a bit. Getting Champions League will be easier now. Getting Titans League will be more difficult. Obviously, and the Legend League's going to be, I'll be interested to see the first non-Channel 10 player get to Legends League, so that's quite an exciting prospect. So yeah, massively, I am for the leagues. I think it's exciting. I think it adds a new dynamic in, and I think, yeah, brilliant. Okay, I am happy with that. Now, now I mean the update started, and we already knew from like the first dragon video when who was it? Was it Daddy or Chief Pat or Galadon or someone released a video with some actual footage, and you saw the dark spell factory. A lot of people said it was a second spell factory. I instantly thought that's a dark spell factory. It looked like it. It kind of makes sense. And yes, so this is where the sneak peeks really start getting interesting for me. Poison spell. Now this is the next 3 sneak peeks are all the spells, and this is where it does get interesting actually, because it is going to completely change war for a lot of reasons. I mean, you know, the primary reason being that it's, well, yeah, the spells themselves. So let's talk about the poison spell. Make a toxic cloud that slows and drains the health of defending troops, meaning it doesn't affect buildings like lightning does, but CC killing. Now I have got some stats on this, and I'll flick back to this other article here. So if we have a little look, the poison spell, you can see it costs 95 dark elixir for the level 1, 110 for level 2, 125 level 3, and 140 level 4. 15 minutes brew time, and the upgrade cost is there as well. And you'll see that you can get level 2 at Town Hall 8, level 3 at Town Hall 9, and level 4 at Town Hall 10. Okay, and if you want a bit more information, which is also on this website, which is great, and I think it might be moving into the guesstimation area here, but you can see the total damage, I believe, for poison level 1 is 270 and then 360. And I did throw up a little, the wizard is the maximum HP sort of defending unit, you know, basic unit. And if we're not talking about P.E.K.K.A.s, dragons, golems, hounds, that sort of thing, you know, the standard 223 or 232 infantry that you find in CCs, minions as well, I mean, but they're lower HP. But the wizard level 6 HP is 164. So it's going to basically, the good thing about this spell is it's going to be a better controlled lightning spell. It's going to just kill them instantly. Witches are going to be almost redundant now, I think. And I think you're going to see a lot of dragons, hounds, golems, P.E.K.K.A.s in CCs. P.E.K.K.A.s would be stupid because they're absolutely easy to take down with 223, but it's going to be harder to guess what's in the CC, I think. And do you take a poison? Do you not? I think it's going to add an interesting dynamic. But yes, my view of this is a lot easier to kill CC, so the war community are going to appreciate that. And I think it's going to add to the guessing factor. Extra spells can now be queued in spell factories. Brilliant. Love that little tweak. It's been something I've been wanting for a long time, to be able to stack rages like when you're doing Balloonian and then you come back and you've used them all, then you've got to wait again because they take the longest things. I'll carry on moving through. Next sneak peek was the earthquake spell, rattles away the hit points from buildings and walls. This I thought was absolutely pointless. The only thing I noticed that was in a video released, the level 11 wall, so max wall, lost about 50% of its health from one earthquake. Bearing in mind these walls have got ridiculous HP, hit points. So it does tremendous damage to walls. Now I think it's a percentage, so I'm not saying that 2 earthquakes will take down a level 11 wall, because I don't think it will. I think it's going to add a dynamic in it, and I think the only real use for it is for taking down walls, because buildings, the damage it does is actually absolutely tiny. It's going to be interesting to see if like the next earthquake you did on a level 11 wall took 25% off, if you see what I mean. It does half the damage each time. I think that might be how it does work. Again, level 11 walls though, if you can instantly halve their damage on like a small group of cluster of walls, might make it easier for troops to melt through. Difficult to and again for half the spell cost. Now bear in mind, this update, as you all know, the dark spells take spell space of 1, and normal spells take a spell space of 2. So for Town Hall 10 you'll get 11 space, meaning you're 5 normal spells plus 1. So you could do the exact same spell layout you've got now, except if you were taking a lightning, you can take a poison spell and then have 2 extra spells ready, so you could take either an earthquake or a haste, or a couple of haste, or you're really going to have new options now. And I think it's going to be really interesting to see how plans, how strategies develop more so. Anyway, All resource storages are now immune to direct spell damage. That was something that a lot of people liked. I was a bit of a lightning zapper back in the day. These days I just Balloonian for my Dark Elixir, so doesn't actually affect me that much, to be honest. I know a lot of people are going to be very happy. It is frustrating getting your lightning zapped, because it's just like a considered, a bit of a bitch strategy. So that is no longer the case. Same with like gold and elixir, actually. Only in storages though. Collectors can still be zapped, I think. Yes, storages only. You can now filter offensive. Clan chat really don't care about that. It means nothing to me. Haste spell, the fastest speed boost ever. Now this is the game changer, the real game changer. Now poison is handy because it's half the cost of lightning, and it does pretty much everything a lightning does minus damage buildings, which you don't really use it for anyway unless you're using 3 of them to take down an air defense. But this is a game changer. Haste, it's basically rage without the damage boost, but it's quicker than rage. Could you imagine doing Balloonian with 11 hastes? Sorry, if you're Town Hall 9, assuming you get 9 spells with 9 hastes, it would be ridiculous. I don't know if there's a maximum amount of dark spells you can take. I think there is. Anyway, that is awesome. I think strategies are going to really develop with haste, and I think it's going to, particularly balloons, giants, golems, things, slow units like that, are really going to get an absolute buff because of the speed increase. Now remember, it doesn't do damage, as I said. Now let's take a step back and look at some detail now. So is this, just looking where I am. Yeah, I'm going to take a page back to sort of the main document that I was showing you before. Here we go. Okay, Dark Spell Factory. So build time to get you level 1, Town Hall 8, 1500 elixir, 1.5 mil elixir, pretty cheap upgrade, not too bad. 2.5 mil for your level 2, not too bad, and 3.5 mil for your level 3. So it's really not expensive. You can get, as you can see there, you can get Earthquake and Poison at Town Hall 8, and you can get your Haste at Town Hall 9. Brilliant, great for Town. This is going to really make Town Hall 9 overpowered now, particularly with these haste spells. I mean, Jesus, I don't think Supercell realise what they've done here. Anyway, looks like, looking at the dragon as well, which is something new for you. Upgrade cost obviously of level 4 has been reduced to 7, and then the Town Hall 5 comes in at 8 mil. But look at the lab level, 7. So you might, I think, basically that means you're going to get a level 4 dragon at Town Hall 9, which is brilliant. Nice little boost there, meaning that in clans that are over level, war clans that are over level 5, you can donate level 5 dragons to your clan mates, which is sick as well. I think that's awesome for defensive purposes, particularly. Poison spell. Let's look at the actual spells themselves now, which I glimpsed on earlier. Yes, you can get max poison. Sorry, you can get level 3 poison at Town Hall 9. I'm clearly talking about Town Hall 9 because I am Town Hall 9 myself, and that's where I think the most fun in the game is. But 50k DE, not that bad for an upgrade. So I think it's about the same cost as a Hound, maybe a bit cheaper. So yeah, that's pretty good. I'll be instantly getting mine up to level 3 as quick as I can, I think. Yeah, I'm going to upgrade drop my barracks, my spell factory down, instantly set poison spell upgrade off while I'm upgrading my dark barracks again to get the haste spell. I just want to get through to get the haste spell. It needs to be done. Earthquake spell, so you can get it to level 3 at Town Hall 9, level 2 at Town Hall 8. Again, it's good for wrecking walls, that's about it. So I'm not going to talk too much about it because I don't know how it's going to pan out, or if it's going to be used ever at all. But it will be interesting to see if any strategies come through emerging that are earthquake heavy. Doubt it, but we'll see. And then the haste, so you can get to level 2 haste at Town Hall 2. Now, presumably, if we go on to more spell info here, it might give us a little bit of information. So you can see haste, and they put rage down for comparison here. So you can see in the haste at level 2, which is what you'd get at Town Hall 9, you get the speed increase of 34, which is probably an extra 33% of the speed increase you'd get. Sorry, actually, rage you get max at Town Hall 9, I believe. So 28 speed versus 34. So it is going to be faster. Obviously the speed increase becomes a lot more considerable when it hits Town Hall 10. Now duration, does it say? I don't think it has a duration. It doesn't tell us the duration. Don't quite get those stats, but there you go. Have a look. You'll see that obviously the radius for rage is bigger, and I don't know the time you get to put a rage spell down. So it'll be interesting to see if haste is but it's half the spell cost of a rage. Remember that, it's half the spell holding space. You can take twice the amount. Okay, now I'm going to go through these final bits now, and we'll call it the end of the video. But just some I might be repeating from what I've said previously, but some are additional bits that I haven't talked about yet. Dark Spell, yep, you know that. Dragon level 5, second sweeper, we know all that. Legend League and Titan League, we know about that. Harness, Dark Elixir, Town Hall 8, yep. The spells, yes, we know. Introducing Titan League, which is about the 5,000 capping there, which is I think it's interesting. The tournaments as well. Leagues are now a month long as opposed to 2 weeks currently, and you're going to get more loot if you're in the top clans. Again, that's like top 1% of players, so really does not affecting many people. Not many people are at 5,000 cups yet, so I'm not going to talk about it too much. Training times in Spell Factory have been reduced. Fantastic. Edit down here, new spell times, lightning and healing reduced to 20. Awesome. Rage, fruit, jump and freeze 30. That's great. That's just helpful. I mean, I don't think anyone's going to be unhappy with that in the entire Clash community. Spell queuing, again, so useful. Resource storage, so now means a direct spell. We knew that. Clan tournaments over a month long and award more gems. Yep. Barbarian, Archer, Dragon and P.E.K.K.A. training cost adjusted for some levels. Adjusted doesn't say reduced. I don't know if that's going to up and lower some go up or lower on which level, so it'll be interesting to find out that when the actual update drops. Several building hit points have been increased. Again, interesting to know what that is, because is it going to affect balloon drops on defensive structures like cannons, arch towers, that sort of thing? So need to know what that's going to be. Inferno single target mode can now goes to full power quicker, so it's essentially going to kill golems and heroes quicker. So that's the Inferno's got a bit of a buff up, which is interesting because it's a massively powerful defensive structure anyway. Troops and heroes are less likely to target walls unnecessarily. Even the Archer Queen, they've made a big point there of saying about the Archer Queen, because we all know how stupid the Archer Queen AI is, and 88% or 100% of the time. So yeah, AI boost, that's going to be interesting to see how that sort of starts unveiling in clan wars and raids as general, but more for me importantly wars. Troops and heroes will not continue bashing through walls to get to a destroyed target. You've seen it before, guys. Golem gets stuck on a wall that a cannon was in, the cannon gets killed, the golem continues and bats on that wall and then is therefore redundant for the entire rest of the raid. I think it will help 3-starring actually, because on raids where it's close or where you're relying on a few units left to clear up the base, it's going to actually make your units more effective. So I think that's going to actually help the 3-starring in some rare cases where it's not an absolute whitewash raid. Wall breakers now avoid retargeting towards unnecessary walls when deployed in groups. So if you know what that means, if you say drop 10 wall breakers at once, they all go to one piece of wall. The first 2 destroy it, and then the next 8 would then go into spaz mode and just start blowing up random things. Now it sounds like they're still going to be productive and go for the next available compartment. So better wall breaker AI, good. That's good for the game. Good for yeah. I think it was needed. Fixed rare cases where defending heroes or defenses might get stuck and not attack. That's the Archer Queen, and particularly on the Tesla spots where the Teslas were, Archer Queen can glitch sometimes in wars and just been unusable until the Tesla was destroyed. So now that's been stopped. That's again just little glitches like that. I'm glad they're being patched. Supercell are clearly looking. Last few things: train your army. You know, the new barracks mode. That's we know about that. Army overview lets you view. Yep. Quick tabs have been added to training views to make site. Yes. Okay. So it's just the graphics. Arabic and traditional Chinese language now supported. Means nothing to me, but I'm sure there's a huge majority of people that is a bonus for. And you can now filter the offensive language again. We've already spoke about that. So yeah, this is a bit more of an in-depth look. I hope that this list is accurate. It looks accurate. You probably agree with everything that you've seen from the official update sneak peeks. It all seems to correlate well. Not too sure on the advanced stats it was shown of the spells there, but it looks like well, definitely Poison's going to be useful, and I think Haste is going to be very useful as well. Be interesting to see how many spell slots we get at Town Hall 9. I think it should be about 9. Not 100% sure that it doesn't specify. So guys, thanks for watching this video, thanks for listening to my thoughts, and yeah, I hope you pick something up. Hope it's interesting to hear what I thought about it. Anyway, I'm talking about sort of a clan leader and a clan war leader, more importantly, and a war YouTuber perspective to what affects me. Some people might be more excited about other bits. Let me know what you're excited about in the comments section. Let me know, yeah, what are you gonna do the first thing this update drops? Are you gonna start pushing? Are you gonna get your dark spell factory down as soon as you can, which I'd imagine 90% of people are? Yeah, what is the most exciting bit from this update for you? And for me, I think I'd just put it down to the dark spell factory as a whole, really. It's just such a new dynamic that's going to affect everything in war. It really is. And if you don't think it does, think again, because these 3 spells, although Earthquake seems useless, Poison, it's going to completely change CCs and the way that people defending CCs are arranged, and Haste spell is going to dramatically affect Larloon. It might power up Larloon to overcompensate for the second air sweeper even. So yeah, exciting times. It is exciting because we just don't know what's ahead. Anyway, 22-minute videos, but I think it's about time I gave up and called it a day on this one. So I hope you've enjoyed listening to me ramble on. Please let me know your thoughts on the video, and please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.